It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. Z103, it's Katie Lee. So I started working on my yard. I have the goal. I am going to get grass in my yard this year. If it is the last thing that I do, I am going to get grass growing because I am so tired of dirt. And so yesterday, I went home after work and I started, cleaning up around the yard, raking up piles. And I love Nyx. I do. I don't know if she thinks she's helping or what exactly is going on, but anytime that I would rake up like a pile of sticks, she would steal everything. And then I just have to re-rake all of the sticks that she pulls out of the pile. And yeah. And then don't even get me started when I'm trying to dig holes. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my islands in my yard. And so I was kind of like digging up how I want my island to be shaped. And anytime that I had a shovel full of dirt and I threw it, the girl would attack it as well. And so not only was she stealing the sticks, she was also getting very, very dirty and muddy, which, she's a dog. That's totally fine. But at the same time, kind of not helping the situation of figuring out my shape because, yeah. I love the girl. I do. But she's not the biggest of help around the yard when it comes to yard work. But she does really, really enjoy it. And now my dad came to my house last night and he leveled out my yard so we can hopefully, fingers crossed, put grass seed down. And she thought that was the funnest thing in the world because the dirt is so soft and fluffy now. Let's just say she will not be sleeping on the bed for a very long time. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and I've got your 2 o'clock tea for you today. Jacob Elordi, we know him from Saltburn, Euphoria. I think he was in the Kissing Booth movies. Anyways, he got himself a wax figure down at the place down in Vegas, and I looked at it. It's not that bad. Some of them down there are really terrible, but this one, it's probably some of their better works. Let's see. We have... Where'd it go? I had this organized. I did. Oh, so there's things happening at the screenings of the Minecraft movie. So basically, people are freaking out during the chicken jockey scene. I don't even know what that is, but they're throwing their food and drinks, and probably don't do that because now cops have to show up and escort patrons out of the theater for doing that. So just hold on to your drinks and your foods. Okay. All right. Season finale of The White Lotus brought in 6.2 million viewers Sunday night, and that is actually now a record for the show. And we're going to scroll on down here. Benny Blanco was mistaken for Bad Bunny on the Oscars Twitter account, but, the guy's a chill dude. He really didn't care. Benny's just a good guy. I like him. I see what Selena sees. Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA is still the #1 song in the country. And I don't know if you saw this, but if you don't know who this is, Corey Taylor from Slipknot, he actually did an acoustic cover of Chappell Roan's Pink Pony Club. And honestly, I loved it. I love it when genres can do that. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, that's really all I have for your 2 o'clock tea here on Z103. So I'm actually really glad that this wasn't just an April Fool's joke because Reese's joked about bringing us chocolatey Reese's bread on April Fool's Day. And you know what? They decided that they're going to make it an actual thing, which it was supposed to be released today, I think. So if anybody's going to a grocery store and they see it around town, please let me know because I need to try this. Do you know how amazing French toast would be with this stuff? Like, oh my gosh. Z103, it's Katie Lee. My Game of Thrones fans, guess what? This is really, really weird, but scientists have actually brought back dire wolves from extinction. Well, kind of, okay? So I don't know how to say some of these words, so you're just going to have to bear with me for just a second. Colossal Biosciences, they say that they use DNA from a 13,000-year-old dire wolf tooth that was found in Ohio and a 72,000-year-old skull from here in Idaho to edit genes into a modern gray wolf DNA. And so then they put those embryos into domestic dogs, and then 3 pups were born, and obviously their names were from Game of Thrones. We got Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi, because duh. Anyway, so they're not exact dire wolves, but they look really, really, really close from the videos and photos that I've seen. And I don't know. Now they live in a secure 2,000-acre preserve, and I don't know. Dire wolves. I feel like we should have learned our lesson with all of the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies. If it's extinct, we probably should just let it stay extinct, because I'm a little worried now that they made this happen. They really will go after the dinosaurs, which please, let's not. Okay? All right. Robo horse. Yeah, it's a robot horse, and it's by Kawasaki. A 4-legged robot that humans can ride like a horse. Okay? They made this. I don't know why they made this. It's equipped with artificial intelligence, and it analyzes the position of both the robot and the rider. And it looks creepy. I'm not going to lie. You see this thing running around the mountains, and I'm going to run for my freaking life. But imagine this. If cowboys didn't have horses and they had to move on to a robot horse, imagine them having to round up cows on a robot horse. Really weird. Like I said, creepy, but that'd be so funny. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I was looking at this on eastidahonews.com because Easter is literally just around the corner, and the communities around here are getting ready for some Easter egg hunts. And so I was actually looking at this one. This one is, I kind of want to do this one. So in Ammon, it's April 11th. This is for adults. Grab your flashlights. And the Friends Assisting Bonneville Libraries are hosting their annual Flashlight Egg Scramble at Sand Creek Middle School. It's an 18-year-old and older event and is a fundraiser for Bonneville County Library District. Not gonna lie, that seems awesome. So happening April 12th, you got one over at Snake River Landing, Iona City Park, downtown Pocatello, and Shelley. April 13th, Dream Realty. They're going to be at Tophus Park. And then April 19th, is Pocatello Armory and Alameda Park. So lots of Easter egg hunts in East Idaho. If you want to find out where all of these are going to be, what time and everything, head over to eastidahonews.com. They have all of those stories for you and all the details about each hunt. So, yeah, happy hunting. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and it is time for the I Want to Know question. What's a fairly common thing that you've never done before? 208-524-1033. Amy says ziplining, and Savannah says fly. Ziplining is pretty fun, not going to lie. Flying, I have not done that unless we're talking about an airplane. Yeah. Katie was saying, I've never seen Titanic. I know how it ends, but I feel like I definitely don't need to watch it. Honestly, valid. Let's see. Brandon says, I've never broken a bone. Congratulations. That's cool. Emily. This one. Emily says, I've never parallel parked. I will absolutely walk 10 blocks before I even try. Honestly, I think that's the most valid answer I've ever seen in my life. Ryan says, I've never used Venmo. Come on, Ryan. I really hate it when people don't have Venmo, but at the same time, I totally understand it, but I don't carry cash around anymore. All right. What is a fairly common thing that you've never done before? 208-524-1033 or go comments on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. All right, my friends, this is just a quick little reminder for you. Drink some water today. It's good for you. Put down that iced coffee and switch it for just a water for like 5 seconds. Take 5 gulps, and then you can go back to your iced coffee. But then, repeat that cycle. You're welcome. Idaho's #1 hit music channel, Z103. My name's Katie Lee. Summer is on the way, and I totally understand that chaos basically is... It never takes a break during summer break, okay? There's work, deadlines, bills, group chats that we all forget to respond to. You're not the only one, don't worry, I get it. But while everything is going crazy around you, you still deserve to do something fun, okay? I know parents and everybody else has a ton of stuff going on. So the plan here, plan one thing for you this summer. It's not for your boss, not for your bestie's bachelorette party, not for your kids, not for your husband, not for your wife, not for your coworkers or anything. Just something that's going to light you up and get you excited about something. Maybe it's a day trip to the mountains, a solo movie night, or, just some snacks for you in your living room. Or even go bigger. You can do a weekend escape. We have some awesome places that you can escape to around here. It's totally okay. It doesn't have to be big or bougie. It's just intentional. So remember, the summer is going to fly by, so don't forget to take a little piece of it for just yourself. Z103, it's Katie Lee. It is beautiful outside. I am feeling the spring cleaning vibes, but let's do the things that we probably forget that we even have to clean, okay? You know, we've done the floors, we've done the windows, we've done behind the couch, but what about throwing out the expired spices, the condiments, and things like that? I don't know, old makeup, things that you don't need in your bathroom toiletry drawers or whatever. Get rid of the unmatched socks, or unless you already have unmatched socks, that's okay. Clear out all of your old apps, all of your emails, because I know for a fact that there's somebody out there with like 32,000 emails that they've never opened. Clean out your messages. I promise you'll feel a little bit less cluttered with that, I promise. Get rid of some old screenshots, subscriptions you forgot you had. If you forget to have subscriptions, my friends, I'm about to save you a lot of money. Go and make sure that you don't have random subscriptions going on right now. And one really important one, mental declutter, okay? Say goodbye to guilt, unfinished projects, to-do lists that belong in the trash. The spring, don't just clean, declutter what is holding you back and all the things, but also definitely clean out your messages, okay? I'm doing this for you. Z103, it's Katie Lee. All right, so you know the saying, the customer is always right? It's not always right, especially not down in this Florida McDonald's. Why is it always Florida? Okay, 31-year-old employee, her name was Akina. She is in hot water after a teenage girl walked behind the counter to grab some ranch. Literally just ranch. Because, she felt like she was being ignored. And so it's not okay to just go behind the counter and grab the stuff that you need, but Akina definitely took the no trespassing thing way too far. She grabbed the girl's arm, and then I guess she took her to the ground and put her in a chokehold, which, not the reaction you should have done. No. Thankfully, it was in front of the camera, so there is proof for this, but now Akina is facing charges. So, moral of the story, hands off the customers. Ranch is probably, I always say that ranch is worth it, but probably in this time, ranch is not worth the jail time. Okay? Okay. Z103, it's Katie Lee. My friends, I'm out of here for the day. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome. I'll catch you back here tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.